Aloha! Welcome to June. Okay, so it has been quite a while since we last talked, and I am not going to apologize because, okay, so this video is going to be a little emotional. Just as a heads up, I'm going to cover some topics that just an explanation, just see. So the first thing that I think you see is I cut my hair. It's a new addition. I am loving it. I've tried to grow my hair long for years and years, and every time it grows long, I hate it. I mean hate. Because it's long, there's long hairs all over the place because, you know, your hair falls out. And I'm not talented enough to do all the fancy hairstyles with long hair, and so I actually prefer this cut. So, yay, I'm excited. I've got my cut. This is how I'm going to try to keep it for the rest of my life if I can. So that's the big updo. So I guess the first thing is I've been going to the gym and eating healthier. I've lost 15 pounds so far, which was one of my goals at the beginning of the year, to lose some weight. And so I'm so happy. I feel so much better. I am it's beautiful. I fit into clothes that I haven't been able to wear in years, and I am so excited. So yeah, I'm continuing that journey. I'm not gonna give up on it. In fact, I don't know the name of the machine. It's the one where you walk, when you do steps, and then you hold the rods and then your hands go like this. I know it looks funny when I'm not actually on the machine, but I've been doing that, and also the treadmill. Yeah, so I'm feeling healthier. I am less winded when I walk. So I do that in the morning, and then I do my devotions. Yeah, so health-wise, I'm doing a lot better. Okay, we're just gonna get into the mental part. I lost, and I don't have my other notebook, but I think I lost like 20, maybe close to 20 people in my life last year. Friends, dear, dear, dear friends, family members, and I'm gonna probably weep a little bit. Like I said, this is gonna be the mushy part. So yeah, so I lost a lot of people last year, and family members that were unexpected. Most of these deaths were unexpected. Close friends, family, some acquaintances, but I lost a lot of people last year. And it was like, I think I lost someone, in 1 month I lost 4 or 5 people. And it was like, so I'm trying to live my life. I'm trying to write my books. I'm trying to be a wife and a mother and a friend and a family member and all that stuff. And I'm trying to be a healthy, productive member of society and all that stuff. And just one after the other hit me out of the blue. And instead of dealing with it, I kind of stuffed all the emotions back. And then on top of that, on August 8th, everybody knows about the Lahaina fires. That's where we lived. We lived in the Kupu'ohi apartments, Kaia'ulu Kupu'o, I always stumble over it. Kaia'ulu Kupu'ohi apartments, which was up near the bypass in Lahaina. But we'd only lived there for about 6 or 7 months. And as you know, I was the property manager. I had a major health scare, and all the stress and stuff from that job contributed to that. And so I quit the job, and we were in the process of moving out. So we had, and I know I probably told this before, but I'm going to say it again. It's part of my process. So we were in the process of moving out. My husband was still working there as the maintenance man. But because I was a property manager, I got an apartment along with that. So I had to, we had to move out because I was no longer going to be the property manager. The owners of the building graciously gave us more than 2 weeks. We had probably a month and a half to move out. They said as long as we were out before they hired a new property manager. So we had probably a month, 2 months to move out, which was nice. So what we did is we started moving out. We moved all of our personal effects, our photos, our mementos, my grandmother's china, all that kind of stuff, books, things like that. We moved that into a storage unit nearby, and we just had all the big furniture, the couch, the beds, china cabinet, things like that. And we were gonna wait until we found another apartment to move all of that. And we had an apartment lined up that we were talking about getting with the manager there. And on August 7th, we were waiting to hear back from the apartment about whether we could move in or not. And on August 7th, we decided to come back to Arizona to visit family, not knowing that the next day was going to just turn our lives upside down. So August 8th, the fire happened, and we watched our apartment building burn on the television, and we watched Lahaina burn from the TV. So we were not actually in the fire, thank God. That's a mercy. But our hearts were there. And so we lost all of our furniture, the apartment. Thank God everybody got out of the apartments safely. Anyway, so you know the whole thing. So we went back to Maui, and a week later, because we wanted to see if we weren't sure if our storage had burned. It didn't look like it from the few shots that we got from TV, but we weren't sure. We wanted to see if we'd lost anything, if we'd lost everything. And so, yeah. So we went back about a week later, and thank God our storage unit survived, but we couldn't access it because of all the debris and ash and stuff like that. And so we actually stayed in a shelter for 2 weeks, and then FEMA moved us into the hotel for another week. We were in the shelter for about a week and a half. Moved into the shelter, and make a long story short, so we finally were able to get into the storage unit. We checked everything. There was no fire damage, no smoke damage. It was a miracle for us. We didn't lose everything like a lot of people did in Maui, but we did lose our home. We lost, I lost several people that I knew in the fire. I found out later, one of my sweet friends, Lori, she survived the fire, but she was burned really badly, and she survived for quite a while afterwards, but she ultimately succumbed to her injuries. So I lost her. I lost a couple other people that I know in the fire. And so then we made the heart-rending decision because there was nowhere to live. We had nowhere. We were living in our car. For a while, we were living in we had our car because, you know, we left it at the airport when we were going to visit. And so thank God we had a car. So we were staying in our car, then the shelter, and then the hotel. But we just didn't want to stay at the hotel forever. And so we have family back here. And so they graciously offered us a place to stay. So we moved back here. So on top of all those people that I lost, we also lost our home. And I know we didn't actually go through the fire, but we went through the fire. It still hurts. So anyway, everything was just snowballing one after the other. And then on top of it, I was trying to write a book. And I don't know, January, I think I wrote 40,000 words, which is a really good. But then all of a sudden, all that year-long grief hit me. And so I kind of froze. I didn't do anything. I pulled back from social media. I pulled back from writing. I pulled back from just about everything, except for, you know, reading books. I'd read books or play on the computer, design some things for my merchandise shop. But anything social, I kind of pulled back from it because I had internalized my grief and I had stuffed it down because I didn't know how to deal with it. I'm a Christian, and I know, and I've gone to God, and I've had a lot of really good prayer time with God dealing with this grief. But sadly, the church, most churches do not have any resources for people who are struggling with grief. It's just, I don't know why. Most churches that I've gone to, they just don't have any grief counseling programs, things like that. And so a church we had been going to when we were living with our family, we're in our own apartment now. So that's good. Yay. But that meant we had to change to a different church because it was an hour's drive to the other church. But at that church, John, he actually, they knew we were from Lahaina. He asked about what was happening, and I told him and stuff. And I did talk to him a little bit about all the people that I lost and stuff like that. And so he gave me this book by Kenneth Hogg, H-A-U-G-K. I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Hogg, or Hogue. It's called A Time to Grieve. It's a 4-book series, and it's Journeying Through Grief. And this is book 1. So he gave this to me and he said, you don't have to read it right away. Take your time. When you feel ready, then you can read it. And so I decided that I wasn't quite ready, so I put it off for a couple weeks. And then I picked it up and started reading it, and I got about halfway through and I just lost. I couldn't do it anymore. So it has sat on my shelf for months because I just didn't have the courage to do this. Here's the beautiful part about being in community with other believers. He has continued to send me the other books. So I now have 3. I have this one, this one, this one, and there's a 4th one. He mails them to me, and I think June is going to be the month. I feel ready. I feel ready to tackle what's in these pages. And so that's my goal for this month, is I'm going to start reading my grief series and working through these emotions and feelings. And I'm ready to become social again. So that's why I'm here. It's been a long journey, and I know a lot of people don't like to talk about it. They like to just gloss it over and keep it private. But guys, this is who I am. And so my grief, my sorrow has really affected my writing. I have tried and tried and tried and tried to write the hero's journey. And oh, so then I started writing again, and I got about 20,000 words more into the book. And then book problems. I hit a wall because I discovered several really big glaring plot holes that I hadn't even considered. And that threw me into a loop because I am a people pleaser, and I keep telling you guys that I'm going to be publishing a book. I'm going to publish a book. I'm going to get this book written. And it never happens. So, yeah, so that's where I am. So I've recently decided that what I'm doing is I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to throw out my previous outline. I am going to reimagine what's going on. I am going to go back. Like I said, I took Brittany Wang's published series roadmap course. And so I'm going to go back to the beginning of that and start reading or watching the videos and doing the workbooks and stuff. And I'm going to go back to the beginning. I'm going to reorganize. I'm going to redirect, and I'm going to get these books written. I don't know when they'll be out. I'm not going to give you guys false hope. I will have them out sometime, maybe by the end of the year, the beginning of next year. I don't know. My soft goal is January, February, to have one of the books out, or the series started and published. That's my soft goal. But realistically, I'm gonna just work on my mental health. I'm going to work on the books, and yeah, so that's basically my update for what's happening with my writing, my personal life. We have made the decision to move back to Maui. We just don't know when we're going to. It's crazy there right now. There's not a lot of resources. Like, I mean, there's a lot of jobs, but there's not a lot of places to live. And so and it's expensive right now. So we are trying to figure it out. But eventually we are going to go back to Maui. Our hearts are there. We love that island. We love the people there, the community, and I love the beach. I mean, I love the desert. Don't get me wrong. In fact, yes, I'm filming this on May 28th. So yesterday, my husband took the day off, and we went hiking or walking on a trail, the Apache Trail, Fort Apache Trailhead, I think it's called. And so I took some video, not very much, but I took some video and pictures. So I'm actually going to tack that on to the end of this, just to show you what we did, where we walked. We saw a lot of quail and rabbits, and we walked early because it gets hot. So we were there like at 5:30 a.m. I think is when we got there, and the sun was already coming up. So I got a really cute, gorgeous picture of the sun coming up with a hot air balloon. So there was tons of hot air balloons, and we had never been so close to one. It actually came down close to the ground so that so that the people in the basket could enjoy the landscape. But we got to see the basket up close. It was amazing. We've never seen one. I will never go in one. You're not going to get me up in the air, but I do love them. I love to see them. Okay, so that's my updates. I did want to touch on something. So Mother's Day was recent, and my my husband, oh, and I didn't bring it over. Where is it? I don't know. My husband, we went to a restaurant. That's pretty much what we did. I'm not a big thing about getting gifts. So he took me to a restaurant, and my son, however, he gave me a gift card to Amazon, and I was so excited. Okay, so I bought some things. Before I show you what I bought with that, so in the past months, I had seen this book on, these are great resources for writers. I had seen this book online, and I had heard great things about it. I've seen other people talk about it and how it just helps them. And it's a whole series. I think there's 6 or 7 books in the series. And I know it's cheaper to get it on Kindle, and I could probably buy, for just 2 books, I could probably buy 4 on Kindle. But I don't like it on Kindle because, I don't know, there's just something about the feel of the page. I love books. And so I bought this, the Emotion Thesaurus. And what this does is, I need my glasses, sorry. I can't see. Oh, look, there I am. So it just talks about words like the word betrayed. It gives a definition. It gives you a note. So for instance, betrayed says a state of wounded outrage at being dehumanized and disrespected by someone of value. The notes are when a character feels betrayed, reactions will vary, etc. And then it gives physical signs and behaviors, internal sensations, mental responses, acute or long-term responses for this emotion, signs that this emotion is being suppressed. It may escalate to, may de-escalate to, and associated power verbs. And it even gives you a little writer's tip in there. So some of the physical signs and behaviors of being betrayed is your posture stiffening, suddenly you're flinching, shocked, deeply pained look, etc. So this is amazing. This is an amazing thing. If you're writing a book, I suggest you don't, if you stop to get that perfect word when you're doing your rough draft, it will take you forever because you could go down a rabbit hole with this. So I suggest you don't do this until you're ready to do edits or your second draft where you've already got your story. You're just looking for a better way to express your words. So I bought this a while ago, and I've been wanting to get another one. And this is the first book in the series. And I thought, okay, I'm just going to go down the line and buy the second book. So my son gave me a gift card to Amazon. And so I bought the second one, which is the Negative Trait Thesaurus. So this is a writer's guide to character flaws. And the other one was a guide to character expression. So I've got this one. They're by Angela Ackerman and Becca Puglisi. I'm so excited because this is like a wealth of knowledge. And so my goal is to get all of the books in this series. Again, I love it. Okay. I'm trying to keep this video to about a half an hour. I think that's a good compromise. Okay, and then you guys know that I am obsessed with Carpe Diem's A5 planner notebooks, binders. I now have, I think 1, 2, 3, 6, probably 9 or 10 of them. Most of them are back in Maui. I have to be honest, I left them back in Maui. They're in storage, so I am anxious to get back there and get those. But this was on sale. I did not have the blue color, the baby blue. I have pink, multicolored. I have all kinds. But I love this. These are my only binders. I will never go. I bought other binders and I don't like them. The reason I like the Carpe Diems are because they're actually wider than most A5 binders. They're about the same size length, but width, they're wider. They're just, oh, so nice and satisfying. Because I hate it when your pages are like right there at the edge and almost hanging out, and the tabs are hanging out, because then they get ruined. Nice, nice, nice. So this was a set. This was $24.95, I think it was. It actually came with these 2 rulers. I'm using one of them over there, but they just pop into the binder, which is nice. And it comes with a complete set of pages for the year, undated, so you can use it. Yeah. So I now have a baby blue one. Thank you to my son for giving me the money for this. I'm so excited. And, oh, so this is one that I bought just before I think before I moved to Maui this last time. But I do have one bone to pick with Carpe Diem. They ship to Maui, but it's so expensive. It's like 3 times the amount of a normal shipping cost. So I can't order them and get them sent directly to my home if I'm living in Maui. So when I ordered this one, they were on sale. This was $10. It was on clearance. There was another one that was also $10. It was on clearance. They're no longer on clearance, but in fact, you can't find these on the website anymore. So I ordered these and had them sent to my son here in Arizona. And then he was supposed to send them to me, but he never did. So when we came back, I got them. So I have this one. But I don't remember if I showed you. Now my favorite color is purple. And Sarah Cannon over on Heart Breathings, she had one of these Carpe Diem binders. And it was purple, a great color. And I thought, oh my gosh, I have to go see. So I looked on the website, they didn't have any. I contacted the website because everybody knows that purple is my favorite color. I contacted the website and I asked them, do you happen to have any extra in storage, please? And no, they didn't have them. So I did a search and I think I found this on, not Etsy. Maybe it was Etsy. Yeah, maybe it was Etsy. I got the grape one. Yay! My collection is growing. Now, obviously I can't use all of these for my planning, but what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna use these. I've been printing out writing notes, like the workbooks from the courses that I've taken, things like that. So I'm going to use these for like information, you know? Yeah, anyway. So I've got 3 of them with me, which is, oh, I love it. Okay. So I think that's about it. What else? I don't think, hold on, I need a drink. Ooh, it's about 28 minutes and counting. So anyway, that's it for today. I'm starting to feel more excited about what's coming up in the future. I can't wait. I'm also going to start doing planning videos again. I miss it. I love to do planning videos, you know, because I journal. But I think I might do a separate channel for that just because the algorithm, it's better if I keep it streamlined. Like this channel, at Kathy Wereb Writes, will be for writing, and then I'm going to do an at Kathy Wereb Plans, and that'll be my planning channel. And I'm hoping to have that up in the next month or so, but it won't really kick off until the new year. Because I plan on doing full setup videos. Until then, I'll be posting just shorter. I've already done my journal setup for the rest of the year because I was unsure of where I was going to be, and I was anxious, and it was kind of a form of therapy for me. It was a creative outlet. It actually helped. So I will be posting those short videos first on that channel. So when I get that up, I'll make a big announcement. I have also been working on my my merchandise shop, Kathy Wereb Designs, or KW Designs, on the spring website. And so I will be posting a link for that when I'm ready to shout that out. It's been up for a while, but I haven't really made a big, huge announcement because I just didn't have much stuff up there. But I've been creating, so my time away from social media has not been in vain. I have done a lot of creating for that. And so I'm going to be posting that. When we do move back to Maui, I'm going to create another channel. I know, 3 channels about all of our adventures in Maui. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to the future. And oh, I wanted to give a big shout out. For about a week, we were at 200 subscribers. But as is usual, I lose one. So we're back to 199 at the time of this video. But I was so excited. Even 199 people. I am so thankful for all of you guys who have stuck with me through thick and thin, who have been willing to give me a chance, who've been willing to stick with me and just be there for all of my absent-mindedness. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to close out here. Have a great day. Do something fun. Live your life. Find joy in everything, and know that you're not alone, that someone out there loves you, and I love you. I do. I love all of you guys. So have a blessed day. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Please be the 200th and stick. Subscribe to this channel, like it, give it a thumbs up, share it, comment. I love comments. I will respond. It brings me so much joy. Yeah, and I think that's about it. So I will talk to you later. Mahalo.